That night at Funimation. So previously, as I was whooping everybody's ass in Yu-Gi-Oh!, we had the debate. You see, which was the better show, Our Grown Up or Teen Titans? And I watched literally Teen Titans with Lamaya, aka L, and Lily. I ended up watching Our Grown Up with Mamacita. So who ended up winning? Ella Mamacita. Of course Mamacita won. She's as fine as fucking Angelica. And on previous dates, I got this set at night with the twins Tia and Tamara Mari as we watched Demon Slayer and Yu-Gi-Oh! R5. So this is regarding the Funimation movie Nod's Bayside. Kind of funny fact about Rugrats All Grown Up, I ended up rewatching the show as an adult as I was coming literally from the Bay Area BART train. That's as I was getting on my way back. I'm a doobie hunt from my old city. So literally I ended up watching Rugrats All Grown Up High, and literally what contributed to this new urban lifestyle, we reinfused, anime as an MMORPG lifestyle, like Shinobi Striker, Lee Jordan, and that Ben 10 shit. So that came from years of the black, years of literally people saying goodbye, and it didn't mean shit, because really what anime was at the time and how people treated anime at the time. It had nothing to do with, Nas, it had something to do with anime and how society was attacking it. Therefore, we have my friend Sabo Du, who is going to be the voice of the Yuji and Thunderclash, aka Subaru. We slept on those concepts for so long due to criticism and due to reputation, it's about really recognized that me and Sabo has actually, technically, not on paper, but the best rap battle of all time. No other rap battle in history had the most multi-syllabic rhymes, had the best flow, had the most controversial when it came to punchlines and everything. The only problem is you have to watch the actual to avid series to catch every punchline, every reference to understand why it is the greatest rap battle of all time that's unrecorded. It's recorded, but it's recorded on unprofessional streams. We had was a beta test. We did an anime rap league where we pick an anime character and we do rap battles, but we didn't take it seriously because they were still just little kids who play Smash Brothers and shit. What ended up happening is we've been doing research and study about the pendulum. I am the most subscribed on YouTube, contrary to what you believe, and what's been going on is really I've been making big changes in the pendulum. What if I told you, this thing where I told you to go back and go watch episodes of, your favorite animes and see how it's affected by the gravity and shit. You see, the thing is literally, what is going to happen is gravity and literally over time and literally voices, literally, the reason why it could affect cartoons like today is because more people are viewing them. But literally, what's been going on is literally, there has been more ways to, shape our vision, like Mason Mandela theory. The creator of Code Lyoko made Code Lyoko not with a weak script or a weak viewpoint on purpose. If you don't know, Code Lyoko is based off of boarding school. If you don't know, that's a dark era that's, fucking worst enemy. There are people who literally don't want to fit in society, who join gangs and just watch cartoons a day after you get protection from a gang and then really blame women for being sluts and shit. So what ends up happening is it's the exact opposite of the viewpoint of the dark internet. Treating rape accusations and shit, blaming society, saying girls are the sluts, saying that they just want to be used, saying that literally fucking every dad is just a drunk that used to be a gay member. Literally, Code Lyoko goes against all that, so he made it specifically so gay members would like it. You know how I know? Because my brothers didn't like literally Code Lyoko growing up. They thought that it was so fucking stupid, especially with odds there. You know how you can view it as Nerf is badass when you're a kid, right? They find it literally childish and wacky. Literally. He made it specifically so it wouldn't appeal to the gangsters for gangsters will watch it. So if you've been paying attention to what the pendulum does, it's literally, I told you that it was interesting because how pendulum works is literally it's energy and it's people and what people do, literally with the energy and with the source material, and so it changes over time. So it depends. If you're stuck in a room and you know how to fight and you're with a whole bunch of people who don't know how to fight but they have guns but you're a trained martial artist, what you have to do is you have to understand that's a skill exchange because you know how to fight, you know how to dodge a bullet, you know how to knock somebody out easily. So what you go is you go in and out, literally the tables are fucking set in stones. Literally, you know what you have to do when you have to do it. Why you get caught in that situation? Because multiple people want to bring you down and you happen to be in the same area. But why you're in that situation? Because literally that is your power in the pendulum. You have a starter concept, but they have more numbers. You have to understand you will get caught because they're fusing fucking popularity with location and emotion. So literally it's crazy as shit. The universe rewards hard effort no matter what side it is. No matter good or bad, you will get rewarded. But it's also because of the concept. But it's been happening recently is clearly I just been trying to affirm why nerds could, hold on to old saying on television should not be written on until said believe it. So there's been this thing going on where nerds grow up really with this misconception that they still have to live life, that they can just do what they're told and really live a straight line and think they can have more charisma than a gangster, which is actually the exact opposite. What ends up happening is a gangster is going to start hitting you with literally just facts when it comes to fighting, not facts when it comes to life. Like literally a nerd or a mental condition will try to spring at a gangster randomly and get his ass kicked because the gangster benches over 200 pounds. And literally he'll also try to call him out how he lives his life, but then the gangster will be able to talk better shit because the nerd didn't know because the nerd is being emotional. So that's not literally a fucking good person versus a gangster. That's a gangster versus somebody with a mental condition. Gangster is more resourceful than a person with a mental condition. Because the gangster could keep his calm when the nerd couldn't. The gangster could only keep his calm because he's full of shit and everything's going his way because he makes sure everything's going his way by doing, specific operations, literally putting people at risk, doing all that shit. What you have to understand is concept is a really big thing in the pendulum. So what ended up happening is we slept on anime saying that it was for little kids for so long. So it ended up about between me and Sabo do and the animes are happening online. In the old school, cartoon, Kolyoko, Lily, ended up he wrote it with a script not to be seen, but we ended up making more episodes after I went to Fab in 2019. This is how you know I fuck with multiverse theory. What ended up happening is they started changing, the graphics of Kolyoko based on what I was doing in real life. Literally, Jeremy started wearing burgundy all of a sudden. You already know I have a burgundy jacket based off Shelter Todoroki. And so we created the character William, and William's arc out of nowhere because nobody cares about anime, but anime was a better concept than the mainstream bullshit like Jersey Shore. Thus, me and Sabo created William. And this is heavily regarding the movie that just came out, The Matrix 4. Now, if you don't know that, Lily, the creator of Coordinate Kids Next Door, is also looking out for me along with the creator of Curse the Cowardly Dog, along with the creator of Teen Titans, and creator of Avatar The Last Airbender. If you go watch the movie in theaters, it shows you monsters that are similar to creatures in Kolyoko. And it also takes you to a digital universe. They ripped off of Kolyoko, Lily. Morpheus is going to a digital world. It's very similar to Alita when she returns to their past. The movie referenced memes and a whole bunch of things. Now, slight changes in this generation, but literally, what if he woke up to this whole digital world of bullshit? And I did like how they incorporated Kolyoko in the new Matrix movie, so it was obviously not that good to me, but it outported all the other ones just based on the concept that he fucking did some Naruto shit at the end, so that just confirms that the Matrix is incomplete. Did just enough to beat the other ones in terms of, pacing, giving you visual shit like the Demon Slayer movie. Can't say it left in room for improvement, but it left you hanging. Overall, how Funimation has been influenced by me, Sabo, William, and Sabo's name is William in real life, so we created William and Kolyoko. It's that Lily, we enterprised all this, this has a lot to do with, Lily, Armando, Lily also was being upset at the time because I was also being able to take Yumi go to the dance, Lily, and he was trying to say that Yumi was my imaginary friend, but then I'm taking a fucking Yumi cosplayer to a dance at a fucking convention center.